Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Garden of Sports Fantasy Basketball Podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gardner, alongside my brother, Zach.
What's going on, everybody?
And this is the first week in a while we're not going to have a guest on the show, so it'll probably be a little quicker here. But
not everybody can join us every week, but we love having them when they're on. But Jake and I can run through an episode when we got to.
Yeah, we can run the show.
Yeah, we can run our show.
If you haven't listened to us before, we do our pickups first. So weekly 3x3, we each give our top 3 grabs for the coming week. Then we'll go over surprises of the week, and then major key fantasy injuries, and then we'll do streamer and deep league moves if you want to stick with us until the end there. So without further ado, let's jump in.
There it was. Glory hole.
Oh my gosh. We gotta get a new transition on this one.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's Jerry Jones, everybody.
What do you got against the glory hole, dude?
My first guy off the board, Jordan Goodwin. He's on fire the past 2 games. Well, last 3, I should say. He just had another good game tonight. But the 2 games before tonight, when I put down these stats, averaged 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 5.5 steals. Obviously, the steals aren't sustainable, but this is just a small sample size of what he can do when Bradley Beal's out. They have a couple other guards out. And I think he's a great stream for this week. And then tonight, against Brooklyn, he had 36 minutes, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. So he kept it up pretty well. And great stream next game Wednesday.
There you go. Good move there. Jordan Goodwin.
He's only 3.9% rostered.
Yeah, I was looking at him in our league, and I ended up not picking him up. I should have.
I got him.
Yeah, of course you do. But yeah, my first guy here, Jalen Duran. He started the last 3 games. He, some would say he's hungry like the wolf, Jake.
Oh my god!
But he's averaging 12 point. What?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You don't like my joke?
No.
The fuck. Averaging 12.66 points, 8.33 rebounds, and 0.66 steals in 26 minutes per game. He's a high upside caliber player, and he's only 5.8% rostered. Go find Jalen Duran.
Yeah, this is a high level rookie, first round draft pick, and the other big men are not cutting it. That's why I think they're throwing him in the starting lineup. I was pretty high in the starting center coming into the year. I don't know. Of course, I can't think right now. Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, okay.
Detroit. I was pretty high on Stewart. He started out really hot. Then he had an injury. He was out for 8 games, I believe. And then since coming back from the injury, just hasn't been fully up to speed yet. He's been okay. And then Marvin Bagley he only had 1 good week, and then he's been pretty rough. So
yeah, he's
Duran has all the room to improve. We just learn before the show here, Cade Cunningham's going to have season-ending surgery, so they did lose a great point guard that was lobbing to him. But
fuck,
I think that's kind of their green light to just give Duran the ropes. Start him next to one of these other guys and see what he can do.
Yeah.
Definitely a good pick, my guy.
All right, who you got, Jake?
My second player, so the replacement for Cade Cunningham, who is officially out for the season, Killian Hayes, must-roster player. We've been talking about him for the past month. But just from what he's done the past couple years, I think people are not believing in him or grabbing him. But in the last 15 days, he's been averaging 30 fantasy points, 27.5 minutes, 11.9 points, 7.5 assists, 2.6 rebounds, 1.4 steals. I mean, you're getting a great bottom-of-your-team player who's averaging 30 fantasy points a game. I mean, he's not going to be Cade Cunningham, obviously, but still a great replacement and only 24% rostered. And so I couldn't believe he was still that low, so I had to bring him back up.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy with how good he's been doing for over 2 weeks now.
Yeah, man, and I think maybe people were holding out for Cade because it wasn't official. I mean, he was even holding out.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It's over.
I would imagine that's going to shoot up now to it's going to be over 70% next week, I would think. We'll see.
I don't know. Basketball fantasy players are weird.
Yeah, well, people are weird in general. But yeah,
Who you got?
my number two here, dropping a number two on you guys. Bogdanovich, 40.8% rostered. Even off the bench, he led the team in points versus the Bulls. He should be owned in all formats as he is super hot right now. The last 7 days, he's got averaging 21.3 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. I think he's a pretty good player. I think we did talk about him last week, but I just want to keep talking about him.
No, I don't think we did enough, and I think so he missed Monday's game here, but that was only for injury management, so it wasn't any like setback or anything. He just getting a rest day, but should be back Wednesday.
Yeah,
and
pick this
like a beast.
Guy up.
Yeah, I can't believe he's only 40% rostered. Usually he's a guy around 60% rostered to 70. He goes through hot streaks, but he was also switching time with Kevin Huerter last year. You know, those are the two white boys on the team that kind of did the same thing. They're both good 3-point shooters. You know, they'll throw in some assists there. And now with Kevin Huerter gone, the role's completely his. So should have a better year than he has in the past couple of years. My third guy off the board, AJ Griffin. Even with DeAndre Hunter coming back this week, he started over him. He played 40 minutes. He got 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block. So that's not crazy for 40 minutes, but you like to see a guy, you know, believed in by the coach and getting major time like that. You know, you can't go wrong streaming him. He didn't go as crazy tonight. He had 25 minutes, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. But still like a deeper league move that I like 14-team league, maybe 12-team, you just put him on your watch list. But he's trying to prove himself, and he had a game winner 2 nights ago as well.
Oh yeah,
against the Bulls.
Yep. Yeah, I did hear about him having a good game against the Bulls
only,
the other day.
2.8% rostered, so definitely deep league, but put him on your watch list.
There you go. And then I got, wrapping it up here, I got Mason Plumlee, another guy who should be more heavily rostered. He's averaging 30 fantasy points, 9.9 rebounds, 10.7 points, 4 assists in the last 15 days. He's only 24.4% rostered, Mason Plumlee.
Yeah, man, big man who gets assists.
Yep.
Not crazy in the defensive numbers, but... And I know people don't think he's that great of an NBA player, but he's putting up pretty much career numbers this year so far. You know, we're almost 2 months in. There was talk of Nick Richards, the backup center, passing him over, but I guess the coach, for whatever reason, is going to keep Plumlee going out there, so you got to roster him until they make the switch. So,
agreed.
I think this is a must-roster player, and then put Nick Richards on your watch list.
There you go. And then...
Yeah.
A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
All right, surprises of the week. My guy here, RJ Lights Out Barrett. You know, that's what they call him over there in New York.
Yeah, because sometimes he's thinking, sometimes he's not, like making stupid plays out there. Is that what they mean by lights out?
Oh my god, yeah. Sometimes he turns them on upstairs.
Yeah, sometimes.
But he literally won me my week. I won by 20 points. He scored 58.8 points in the last day.
Jesus Christ.
27 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks against Sacramento with 44 minutes.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's why I drafted him. He's not like some amazing caliber player, but he is a top 3 player under Coach Thibodeau, who plays guys having minutes like this. So for fantasy, that's great. And maybe not categories for shooting, but points leagues, he's a pretty great player. Looks like he's hitting a hot streak, and you had to give him his props here.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love it, dude. RJ Barrett, that's crazy, dude. I would not expect him to have a game like that. Maybe this is a jumping off point and he becomes like that special player that we all thought he could be. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they compared him to Paul George when he entered the league, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, my surprise here, Zion Williamson going crazy this week. The dude's insane. But especially over this last week, though, it just hit in a whole nother level here. He, over the last 7 days, averaging 33 points, 8.3 rebounds, 4 assists. 4 assists for him. People don't usually think of Williamson as a passer, but
Yeah.
dude's got some drive. Dude's got some dribble and drive and kick. I don't know. I was trying to talk basketball and I sounded like a fucking idiot. Dude's got the dude. Yeah. So, but 4 assists, 1 steal, 0.3 blocks. Seems like a little low for him, but I mean, you'll take the 33 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Yeah, the dude's just going off. In our league over the last week, he's 47 fantasy points, 50, 40, 66. Like the dude's nuts.
Yeah, that personal chef deserves a raise. Because
I was
this is the first offseason that he got a personal chef, and it's obviously done wonders. The talent was always there. It was just him staying in shape and having less weight on those knees.
Yeah, because he was always a decent, a decently in shape guy, but he was a little doughy, But now he's got those veins popping, like the dude's. He's definitely did a whole nother level here.
Yeah, but the last week he's been putting up first round value.
He's looking great.
Insane.
He's looking really
and
good.
Number 1 seed, led him to the number 1 seed in the West right now.
Yeah.
It's going beast mode. Nobody would have bet that. I guarantee nobody bet that.
Hope he can stay healthy through a whole year.
I think he can, dude. That personal chef, man.
Personal chef. It's all you need. I need to hire one of those.
Yeah, just a small loan of $1 million. Let's go into key fantasy injuries.
Yeah, let's do it.
So only a couple here that of recency from the past day or so. Clint Capella, left Achilles soreness, questionable for Monday. With a big man, you got to really watch that. That's
fucking scary.
That's a scary one.
Because I remember Kevin Durant like, oh yeah, I got a little bit of Achilles soreness, no big deal. And then he goes and plays the next game, and then he's out for 2 years.
Yeah, dude, you gotta. Well, it's also just a lot of problems. A lot of big men have, but Clint Capella's had a lot of problems down by his foot with that plantar fasciitis the past couple of years. So, if he's overusing, if his Achilles is compensating, then that's scary.
That is fucking.
But yeah, I'm a medical expert. And then the second guy here, Chris Middleton, left Sunday's game.
It's all connected.
Oh my god!
Your leg bone's connected to your foot bone.
Oh my god! Chris Middleton left Sunday's game with a sprained left ankle. Hate to see it because he was just coming back from that offseason wrist surgery. So we'll see what the next update holds. Brandon Ingram toe. Coach is hopeful he returns for their 3-game road trip beginning Tuesday. And he's been out a really long time. And the team's still been winning, obviously. But
yeah, he's like SpongeBob. He was born with glass bones and paper skin. Like,
oh my god! No, he had a really good past couple of years.
Yeah, no, I just always remember him being injured. I guess a lot of his earlier years. I guess I'm still remembering those.
And Lowry Markkinen illness was a full participant in Monday's practice session, so looks like he's coming back here.
Okay,
that'll do it. Not many crazy updates.
It's kind of a good week. I'd love to have more weeks like that, and we don't really have many injuries to talk about.
I was going over major ones now at this point. You don't need to go over day to day,
Well, yeah.
That's a lot of the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to deep league moves.
Streamers. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my god. My first guy off the board, Andrew Nemhard, major stash. He was filling in for Tyrese Halliburton as the point guard, and he was going crazy filling in, kind of doing what Halliburton was doing. And then Halliburton came back, and Andrew's been in the bench role, bench point guard, still putting up some numbers, but not crazy. But I think he is a major stash because guys like Buddy Hield are on the trade block, who take a lot of usage away from other players. And once Buddy Hield's gone, I think Nemhard's really gonna break out even more. I mean, they don't have like a deep team, so he'll be put next to Halliburton. or just played more off the bench, like 6-man minutes, like 30 minutes a night. And yeah, I really like him. We saw what he could do. Got a small sample size, and he's only 10% rostered. If you can afford to stash a guy, I like him. Or, he's getting good minutes off the bench right now. In deep league, you could play him.
There you go. Yeah, Andrew Nemhard. I was looking at him this week.
Yeah.
It was a name that crossed my mind. I got Tim Hardaway Jr., 20% rostered, very hot and cold player. I think you know what you're getting here. If you play fantasy basketball, you've probably come across Tim Hardaway Jr. a few times.
Yeah.
He is an upside shooter who has the ability to score 40 fantasy points any given night, but most of the time is well short of that. He's on a bit of a hot streak right now, although the last 2 games haven't been that great, but definitely the way he's been playing the last couple of weeks, someone to consider when picking your streamers for the week.
Yeah, no, I like him a lot. Like you said, hot streak player.
Mm-hmm.
But Dallas does need shooting right now. Luka's getting frustrated. Needs the help.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
You
he's
can't
looking
do it
pretty hot
all.
the past week.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to put Christian Wood back in the starting lineup, but I mean, it's their best big man, and they're putting him off the bench.
Yeah, I don't know. I
don't know if he headbutted with the coach or something in practice, but it's been like almost like it was after the first couple weeks of the season. They were like, "Okay, you're going to the bench."
Huh.
And he was like, "All right, what the hell?" I mean, he tweeted about it, but anyway, I just traded for him, so that's why I'm bitching.
Oh,
I think he's got major upside if he can get back into the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Not my second guy for deep league here, Najee Marshall. Well, I put him on here because we just talked about Brandon Ingram could be back Tuesday, but that's not a guarantee. And Najee Marshall has been the guy filling in for him and doing very well the past 2 weeks or so. He's been averaging 32.2 minutes, 15.7 points, 4 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 20.1 fantasy points. Just the last 15, or the past, I guess I'd mark this for December. So he's been a great play. See if Brandon Ingram's actually coming back Tuesday, and then I would stream Najee Marshall here.
There you go. I think that's a good move there. And then my last guy here, Walker Kessler, 8% rostered. So this week on the ranch, still a guy you want to pick up as the upside continues to be there at Walker Kessler Ranch.
My God.
Over the last 7 days, he's at 8.7 points, 9 rebounds, 2.7 blocks. So I mean, he's got good defense, good offense, good boards. Kind of a all over the place guy. You love to see it, and especially in streamers. I mean, 8% rostered, very available, getting you some decent stats there. Almost a double per game. I mean, love to see it.
Yeah, another really good stash, I think, next to Andrew Nemhard, based on if they trade players going forward, then he'll get increased minutes. I mean, he did just go back to a bench role, so kind of sucks because he was putting up really good numbers as a starter. So it's like a player you stash or you have a quick hook with if either of those guys go out, like Markkanen for some time, or Kelly Olynyk.
Mm-hmm.
So quick hook. In our league he's already rostered, competitive league, but yeah, be ready out there, and that'll do it. That'll wrap her up.
Yeah, that'll wrap her up. Thank you all so much for listening. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, get notified when our episodes drop in, so you can go give us a listen. And while you're there, go follow us on our social media too. We got Facebook, facebook.com/Garden of Sports Podcast. We have Instagram, instagram.com/Garden of Sports. And we have Twitter, twitter.com/GOSPod2021. Go give us a follow. It'll be fun. And just thank you all so much for continuing to listen to us, support us, and we love you. And we'll catch you next week with another fantasy basketball episode. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.